Welcome back to the Warframe Beginner's Guide to the Galaxy. I am the gamer under development, and today we're going to be taking a look at Baro Katir's Tennocon relay. I've got access to it. The reason this relay is particularly valuable to new players this year is because Tennocon has been moved back not once but twice. As a result of that, they've made the Tennocon relay available right now, but it will also be available in August when the actual digital Tennocon event happens, which means that if you buy your digital Tennocon ticket now, you'll have 3 days to get whatever you can get here, but you'll also have time in between now and August to actually farm up ducats so that you can get whatever else you want from Baro. That's actually a really great opportunity for new players to fill out their primed mod collection, which is what we're going to be talking about a little bit here when we look at what Baro has. We'll also look at some of the other stuff he has, because he just frankly has a lot of very cool stuff, and there's some stuff I recommend getting versus some stuff that I think you can kind of pass on. For those of you who do not know how you actually obtain ducats, you can go to these little vendor kiosk things here, and you can trade in prime blueprints. You get prime blueprints from cracking relics, which is something we will be doing on today's episode when we move past this part. But real quick, we're going to go look at what Baro has. Two things to take note of here. There are a variety of different mods you want to pick up, but two of them that really stand out are Voltaic Strike right here, which is a 60-60 mod for melee. 60-60 mods refer to mods that add 60% of an elemental damage type, as well as 60% status, so they can help you kind of reach 100% status, while also adding in a little bit of damage and an elemental damage type. So Voltaic Strike is unobtainable in the game other than from Baro Katir, which is why this is valuable to pick up. The other one to grab is Jolt. That is the 60-60 mod for pistols that is also electricity and status chance. And once again, Baro Katir is the only way you can pick that up as well. So you'll want to get those more than likely. After that, I recommend looking at the primed mods and really deciding what you want from there. There are quite a few here. We're going to kind of skip over the primed Smite, the primed Expel, and the primed Cleanse and Bane mods. There's 4 of them. There we go. These mods are damage to a specific type of enemy, but they are actually better than they seem. Like, this is plus 55% damage to Corrupted with your rifle, but what's important about this is the way that it stacks that damage. So to give you a better example, if we were to look at Primed Heated Charge, this is 165% heat damage on pistols. That is 165% of the base damage of the pistol, right? So that is, if your base damage of the pistol was like 100, this would make it like, I don't know, 265, I guess. That seems like the correct scaling. Now, what's different about this is instead of this applying to base damage, this applies to total damage with your elemental mods and things. So you actually end up getting more than 55% of your base damage. You get 55% of your total damage, which is quite a bit. The reason people tend not to use these, though, is because you do need to swap them based on the type of enemies you're facing, and it is possible for you to play missions where you face multiple types of enemies and are not using the correct type. That being said, there are still quite a few prime mods in here you should be looking to get. Primed Reach is one of the better ones. +3 range on melee weapons. This is legitimately a huge benefit, and the reason why is because if you have a larger weapon with a sweeping arc, every enemy that it hits adds to your combo counter. +3 range means that you're hitting more enemies, gaining more hits on your combo counter, and there's not very many mods that will actually increase the range of your melee weapon, and none that will increase it this much. Some of the other ones that are really worth picking up here, and I'm trying to find it, is Animal Instincts. There we go. So Primed Animal Instincts actually changes the functionality of your minimap quite a bit. The reason for that is because it has 55 loot radar and 33 enemy radar, which is double what you get off the regular version of Animal Instinct. This is a mod that goes on your companion too, so it's not really eating into your capacity so much, but it is a hugely helpful thing. Some of the great uses for this particular mod are going through and doing your syndicate missions where you're looking for your little syndicate tokens on the ground and things. This will actually cause them to show up on the map from a very far away radius so that you can more easily hunt them down and find them. If you combine it with a frame like Limbo, who has like a large AoE globe effect that will destroy destructible gatherable items, it will leave behind only the little tokens you're looking for, so that makes it really fast and easy to find those. I think in about 10 minutes you can get 8 out of 8 with him. That's kind of how long it takes me to do it when I use Primed Animal Instinct. Some of the other ones that are very stand out for me are Primed Continuity, if I can get to it. Where is Primed Continuity? Basically, the reason Primed Continuity is so good is because there are corrupted mods, which will increase, there it is, which will increase one of your stats while reducing another. One of the most common ones that I find reduced is my ability duration. Prime continuity will actually help to counter that reduction quite a bit. And that's really what you're looking for from these primed mods, is you're looking for them to help you counter corrupted mods, because corrupted mods will boost stats that are otherwise difficult to boost at the cost of reducing another stat. And with your prime mods, you can sometimes counter the reduction that you get from those corrupted mods and balance everything out. A few other ones that are great to pick up here. I mean, honestly, all of the prime mods are good, but I would say that Reach and Animal Instinct are the priority. After that, I would probably go for continuity. Flow is not as important, because flow is only important if you're going to be holding a large amount of energy, which isn't relevant to a lot of frames, because a lot of frames, if you can generate enough energy, it's just a constant flow of spending. It's really a matter of if you need to hit 3 or 4 abilities in a row with the frame you're using. That's when flow is incredibly useful. So I wouldn't make that one necessarily a priority. Pressure Point is a very good one to get. Primed Ravage is a very, very good one if you're going to be using shotguns. This is extremely powerful because it's so much more crit damage on your shotgun. I'm trying to think of which other ones are like really, really have to get. But between those, I think that covers the ones that are like you really have to have these. After that, of course, you can get Prime Charged Shell, Prime Cryo Rounds. All of the ones that add elemental damage are quite useful as well, because they're going to add more elemental damage than those mods would otherwise. Prime Pack Leader is pretty good if you're using Pack Leader to keep your companion alive. Some of the ones you can avoid is probably a better way to look at this, because it's good to pick up most of these. You can avoid the ammo mutation ones pretty easily without suffering too much of a penalty. You can avoid, like I said, most of the enemy damage type ones without taking too much of a loss. Target Cracker, great. Once again, more critical damage is always going to be good. Basically what I've done is I've collected all of these except for some of the Arcwing ones. And some of the more useless ones. Avoid Primed Heavy Trauma, because impact damage is functionally useless in many cases, so you're not going to want that. But Fast Hands is good if you want reload speed. So there's basically a ton of great mods here, and you'll want to collect them all at some point. But at this point in your Warframe career as a new player, you can skip over all of the Cleanse, Expel type mods and focus in on getting everything except for, like I said, I would heavily avoid Primed Heavy Trauma. Anything that you don't think you're going to necessarily use, like Prime Quick Draw is good, but I don't use Quick Draw very often, so I don't need Primed Quick Draw. So that is the Prime mods that we're looking at. Let's take a look at some of the other mods that are available. Tempo Royale here is a Heavy Blade stance that's actually very good. It's difficult to acquire otherwise. I think you might be able to get this other ways, but I may be wrong about that, so that's one to consider picking up. Outside of your mod situation, there are some other ones in here like Scorch and stuff, but you can get these other ways. You can farm these in-game, and I highly recommend doing that. If you come down further, though, you can see some different weapons. There are some extremely useful weapons here. The Galaxian Vandal is a very, very nice weapon. I actually got it from watching some stream or something, so I don't need to worry about that one. The Ignis Wraith is one that you can get, but I would highly recommend asking somebody for a blueprint in trade chat, because frankly, you don't need to spend 550 ducats on this. That's crazy. All of the weapons in here have some sort of benefit to them. I mean, obviously some weapons are worse than others, and I'm not going to sit here and go through each and every weapon individually. I honestly don't recommend going after weapons right away anyway after your Prime mods. If it were me, after Prime mods, I would go for these color palettes. And maybe that's kind of silly and you don't care about cosmetics at all, in which case I would say go for the weapons. But the color palettes are really nice, and color palettes are at a premium if you don't want to spend money or plat on them, and this is a good way to pick up a couple more of them. There are some very cool ephemeras and things you can pick up as well. This is the ephemera I'm currently using. It makes these little, like, you can see it, it makes the little diamonds appear around you like they do for Baro Katir. There is also, where is it? Where's the bot? So you'll quite often see streamers and other people who are willing to invest in it have the Roombas. Well, there is a Katir Roomba that is very expensive if you want to get that. That's a nice collectible to grab if you're just looking for collectibles. There is an Orc and Tower extraction scene if you're doing Captura and that's your kind of thing. Sands of Inaros. This is one you should absolutely get if you do not have Inaros. However, I will rescind that a little bit because Inaros Prime is now available, so you can farm him from relics instead of worrying about this mission. That being said, if you're a completionist and you want to complete all the missions / quests in the game, you'll want to pick this up because this is the only way to access Inaro's quest. Let's see, what else in here is super important to get? Actually, this is a really good one to talk about. Prime Chamber right here is extremely powerful with one weapon, the Vectis. It is almost 3,000 ducats, so I don't think it's necessarily worth it to pick up unless you're just flooded with ducats and you have no issues at all with your ducat generation. Something to actually keep in mind here, though, is the Neo 01 and the Axie V8 relics here are actually extremely valuable, and the reason why is if we take a look at this, like, just look at what's in here, guys. We have the Odonata Prime harness. The Odonata is the default Arcwing. This is the Prime variant of it. It is the only Prime Arcwing in the game. If that wasn't enough to grab your attention, Volt Prime is in here as well. If you've been following this guide, then Volt is your boy. In which case, getting Volt Prime seems like a good idea. So I actually haven't picked up any of these relics yet, but my plan is to farm as many ducats as I can before he leaves and grab as many of these relics as possible so that I can go ahead and farm Volt Prime, because I do intend to add that to my collection of Prime frames. Now, beyond that, there's also some other relics that have some Prime weapons in them. I wouldn't worry so much about those, but getting Volt Prime and Odonata Prime seems like a good idea, especially in the case of Odonata Prime, where they're going to be releasing a new modular form of the Arcwing system. If you have the Odonata Prime, you will receive all the modular pieces of the Odonata Prime, which is really, really nice, just kind of future-proofing for your account. Other than that, there's a lot of cosmetics and things. I'm not going to worry about those too much, because I frankly don't consider cosmetics to be something that I'm going to spend a ton of time farming for. I will say that this is really cool, the Display Argyle. It gives you a rather non-uniformly shaped display that you can put up in your ship, and you can change the images that are on it so that you can put different stuff on there, which is pretty cool. It is a nice decoration. It looks good on people's ships, but I'm not going to sweat it too much, like I said. These are actually useful if you want to farm something from the Grustrog 3 bosses. You can buy beacons here to summon them. You can also buy Stalker beacons, but I wouldn't recommend that because all you need to do to fight the Stalker is go kill a boss. There's also Zanuka Hunter beacons. If there is a specific loot you want from the Zanuka Hunter, then you can buy these. I don't really think that these are something you should worry about too much as a new player. One thing that may be beneficial to you is actually picking up a 3-day affinity booster. It is worth noting that the days on these stack. So if you wanted to, you could spend the entire time farming ducats just to buy as many affinity boosters as you can, and that would just be 3 days plus 3 days plus 3 days until you run out of ducats. I know that there are some people that actually save ducats all year until Barrow brings one of these around and then just buy so that they have an affinity booster running all year without spending money. That's actually an option. I will probably pick up a 3-day credit booster myself because I burnt out all my credits leveling up Prime mods, because Prime mods are exceptionally expensive to level up. Now, one more thing worth considering if you're not actually interested in collecting Prime mods yet, if you don't think that's something you're going to worry about at the moment, you should still consider doing this, because Prime mods will sell for anywhere between like 300 to 500 plat. That's a lot of platinum. That's a lot of platinum, guys. So if you think about it, let's see. 500 plat would buy you how many Warframe slots? Each slot is like 20, so that's 5 per 100, so you're looking at about 25 Warframe slots for buying one of these mods and selling it. That is extremely, extremely good in my opinion, so I would definitely consider that if you're not considering getting the Prime mods just for yourself. That's totally fine. Consider it an investment opportunity. That being said, I do recommend picking up some of the better ones for yourself. In particular, the ones that I think stand out the most, once again, are Primed Animal Instinct and Primed Continuity for me. Those are very, very big. Primed Ravage is going to be important if you're using shotguns as well. But I do think that Primed Continuity is one of the better ones, mainly just because of the corrupted mods, which ironically are one of the things we're going to be talking about on today's Beginner's Guide once we swap over to the new player account. So that is a quick look at what is available from Barrow and why you should consider getting your digital Tennocon pass. Now, that being said, there are a limited number of days, so if you're seeing this today and you think you might want to do it, I would make your decision quickly so that you don't end up wasting time. And we're going to bounce back to my ship, and then I am going to hop over to the new player account, and we're going to start working on corrupted mods. Now, corrupted mods are an interesting thing, and it may not go perfectly because I'm probably going to try to do something a little nuts with it, which is I'm going to try to carry all 4 keys on my own. So we'll see how that works out in just a moment. Okay, we are back on the new player account. We have a new message from Kella de Thame. Let's go ahead and take a listen to this, because I'm actually curious.
Hello, sneaky, underhanded, sneaky
okay.
Little Tenno.
This is one of the bosses for the Sedna planet, or the boss of the Sedna planet.
And the Qs will fight with
Okay. I'm not actually sure what this is for. Okay. So she actually runs an arena that you'll be able to do later on in the game. It's actually one of the funner missions that I've been able to do. I actually found out recently funner is actually a word, so my fiance has been wrong all this time, guys. 1 point for me. Wait, gas leak. Is she okay? I'm not entirely sure she's okay.
Executioners! It's such a nice day. Do we really want to fight?
What?
Or do we want to party?
Okay.
Fight!
I guess it's summer in Warframe now, guys.
Water fight! Water fight! I want a drink with a pink umbrella in it.
Me too. Me too. Alright, I have no idea what that was. I honestly don't know what's going on there. Let's go ahead and take a look here real quick at what we need to craft to be able to do what we're wanting to do here. We're gonna make ourselves an Orokin Derelict capture key. Now you do need void traces to craft those. Or wait, no, the void traces are for the dragon key, which we don't actually have yet. We're gonna have to head back to our dojo to get it. What is this? Oh. Okay. Tactical alert, dog days. So if we do mission 1 Earth, we get 50k credits, which is really nice, plus the Redeemer Abysso skin. The Redeemer is one of the best melee weapons in the game, in my opinion, so definitely worth picking that up. Hydroid's relay scene. Oh, Orokin Reactor. Wow. Okay. So doing this is a really good idea due to the Orokin Reactor being a reward. I think we'll actually do this today, and maybe we'll take a look at the corrupted mods on the next video. Let's do this. Let's do the Dog Days event. This is a really good event for new players. The fact that it rewards a reactor is huge. Reactors are very difficult to come by. The only other way that you can really what in the world? What is this? Okay. You can pump it with middle mouse button. You can shoot the little ball thing around. All right. What in the world are we doing? I don't understand. Okay, so we're fighting these guys. We don't have abilities. I'm trying to use my abilities and nothing happens. Oh, I just got wrecked. Okay. So, I'm guessing these things will refill your water gun faster. Oh, nice. We took them out real good there. Okay, so I'm... Is this for real right now? It's a water fight, guys. It's a water fight against Grineer Executioners, and you can reload your water on those little things, and then you just run around looking for Executioners and you take them out. I wonder if your mods play into this at all, in which case I would bring an enemy radar. I guess we'll try that on the next one, because enemy radar would help a lot, I'm assuming. There's 3 minutes and 55 seconds left, but I'm not seeing any enemies, so I don't know what's up. This is hilarious, though. Not even sure what... How does this fit into canon? Explain to me, guys. Explain to me how this fits into canon. Oh, if you pump it, does it shoot harder? Is that what that does? Or does it refill? It doesn't refill. Is it like a super soaker where if you pump it, it does more damage? Oh yeah, it does. Look at that, because 45 versus 90, although that could have been from headshots, I guess. I'm just gonna keep pumping it, guys. We're just gonna pump it real good. That's our name. So double pun there, haha. Let's go ahead and fill up with some water, and I guess look around for more targets. Hey guys, what's up? Oh, there's like 4 of them now. This is actually dangerous. Now what's interesting here is if we roll, I think we can still reduce damage, so that's something to keep in mind. Alright, that's another one down. Gonna rolly, rolly, roll. We have 78 water, now we've got 100, let's pump it up. Alright, there's another guy down. So we do get more damage after we pump, which definitely makes me think that's how you increase your damage in this mode. I don't even know what this is, guys. I don't know what this is. This is insane. I don't know if we need to reach a certain number to win, or if it's just whichever side has the most at the end wins. Either way, this is entertaining. And I love that Vobin has the floaty. Like, I'm not sure what the floaty does. Oh, I accidentally bumped an ability button there, and nothing happened because we don't have abilities. All right, pump it up, guys. We gotta pump it up. You see the little beach balls falling out of the Grenier canister things? That's great. Come on. Everybody line up to get sprayed. Does it affect our range, maybe? Is that what it is? Okay, oh, we're dead. All right, so we're 11-2. I think we're fine. I think we're gonna win this. And honestly, I wonder if we'd win this just by running around and not getting killed. Like, if we just decided to run for the next few minutes, I bet you that would help. When we get out of this, though, I'm swapping on an enemy radar mod, because I want to see if we can locate them. I know that that might help if we... Actually, I don't know anything. I was going to say, I thought our companion had enemy radar on, but we don't have our companion, so that wouldn't really help. And I don't know that we have additional health. It doesn't look like it. Like, we don't have additional health and shields. This feels like a very distinct and different game mode. Excuse me, guys. A little bit of a hiccup there. So I don't know that mods would help at all. Like, I don't know that we can mod enemy radar on to help us find these guys, but that would be interesting. Oh. Okay, so I do think that pumping affects the range. I don't know how you can tell, though. There's no indicator. Alright, that guy's down. Yeah, look at that. We're winning this water fight, guys. We're almost at 15, but we're running out of time here. There is no melee option. I had to try, guys. Okay, so... I'm not even sure what this is, but it is enjoyable. That's what it is. I almost wish that, like, you could actually float in the water, but that would obviously require a lot more coding than building this interesting little battleground where you can refill your water and then pump your water gun up and let them have it. It's interesting, too, because I don't think the water is hit scan at all. I think, like, it actually has drops, so you do have to angle it a little bit. But that's fine. We won. Round over, back in your corners, and ring out your unmentionables. This is hilarious. I've never seen this event before. Maybe they do this every year. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't played this that long myself. I'm actually not sure if they do this every year or what. But we won. That's what matters. I'm gonna try putting on an enemy radar mod, but I don't think it'll actually do anything. Okay. So we should have got 50k from that, along with... We got 4,000 credits and 10 Nakak pearls. I don't know what Nakak pearls are or what they're for. Oh, you need to get 25. Okay, so if we'd have gotten 25 of those, it would have given us this and unlocked the next thing. So the goal is just to kill as many of the enemies as you can. That's what it is. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Let's see if we can cheese this a little bit, guys. I'm sure that it won't work, but I'm gonna try. What do we drop? We don't need continuity, or we can just do a new config. We'll just do a new config and look for enemy radar. Enemy sense is an enemy radar mod. That will do just fine. We can put it right here, even though capacity doesn't matter. Is there anything we can put here that's gonna help? Not really. We don't have, like, a healing one. That would be kind of nice if we did. Oh, we do have a healing one. We try putting rejuvenate there. I'm not sure it'll help, but we can try. And then let's go ahead and... No, we don't want to do that. I'm going to increase the rank of enemy sense just in case it works. It probably won't, but you never know. It's not expensive for us to do that, really. We can do this. Alright, that's fine. Now we have a full enemy sense anyway if we want it. Oops, that's the wrong one. Nope. We want to be on config B, please. Thank you. I'm not sure if rejuvenation will work either, but I mean, if enemy radar works, then we know that rejuvenation will probably work as well, so we can go ahead and work on that. Alright, here we go. We need 10 more, guys. 10 more kills, and we're done. It's unfortunate that it's timed like this, because that means you're going to want to rush to get 25 the first time through. I didn't really know what we were doing then, so I think that, you know, all in all, it is a learning experience. Let's go ahead and pump it up. Now, I'm not seeing anything on my mini-map, which tells me so far that enemy radar may not be in effect. Yeah, enemy radar is distinctly not in effect, or we would have seen these guys by now. Okay, that's 1. We need 10 more and we're done. Or 9 more and we're done, rather. So I think it does help to get some range. For sure. Then we'll just pump. There's another one right there. Oof, okay. There's a couple of them right there. Now, I'm wondering if dying gives you a time penalty or something, because if it doesn't, then you may as well just, like, stare straight at them and not worry about dying and just kill as many as you can, as quickly as you can. Like, see, we're not hitting this guy at all, and it has to be the range, right? So it has to be that pumping increases the range. So you will want to pump your gun regularly. Alright, he's gone. But my point here is, if dying doesn't cost us time or anything, it actually is just as efficient for us to, like, slide towards enemies and point blank them. You know, point blanking them may actually make killing them a little bit faster, which could allow you to get that 25 your first go through. So that's something to consider here. Going point blank has been very efficient so far this run. We're already at 9 kills. Actually, that's something we can do. Even though we only needed 10, we can just test it and see if we can get 25 if we point blank people. Where's the next guy? I thought he was over here. Here he is. Alright, come here. Alright, you're gone. Next guy. Alright. 13 so far, and all we're doing is point blanking people. Do we see any others? That first time around, we didn't really see many enemies spawning either, so that was weird. Alright, you're gone. Oh, we went down there. Did we lose time there? I don't think we did. I don't think we lost time. I mean, you lose a few seconds by respawning, but that may not matter in the long run. Like, if point blanking people reduces our kill time by enough over time, then dying a few times here and there won't matter all that much. That's kind of what I'm trying to test. Hey, come here. Wow. What in the world is that about? Oh, do you guys see the little bar underneath? Okay, so that's the pump. Okay, so we died again here. I'm not really worried about it. We have 2 minutes left. We're more than most of the way there. We just need to find the enemies here. So you see the little blue bar underneath the targeting reticule, guys? When you fire, that thing empties out, and then when you pump, it refills. That's what that's for. There's somebody. Hey, what's up there, bud? Okay, and I think when it's totally emptied out, you just have no water pressure, so you can't hit anything. Yeah, see here, the water pressure's going down. We can still hit, but we have to be at point blank range, roughly. Okay, so now we've refilled it. And here we go. Yeah, so when it's not completely full, you have to be real close to actually hit stuff. When it is completely full, though, you do, like, seemingly a little bit more damage, too, so that might actually make it worth it to pump it. There we go. I mean, really, you can just pump it in transition to your next target, though. Yeah, we're up to 25 right there, so it's entirely possible to get 25 your first run through. That should most definitely be your goal if you're trying to do this in an efficient way. Very nice, though. So now we just kind of have to wait for the last minute to tick off. I'm actually... This is kind of cool, guys. This is kind of cool. I'm impressed. Well done, DE. Well done. Very cool event. We can water gun people. I don't know about you guys. I'm kind of old. This brings back the old times when we'd run around on hot asphalt that was burning our feet, but we all had, like, super soakers from the cheap store, and you'd use them until they broke, and then you go buy another one kind of thing. This is very cool. 43 seconds left, and at this point we're just kind of running around because we don't need to kill anyone else. I mean, we can kill more people. I wonder how many shots it takes to go from fully pumped to, like, not pumped. Okay, so basically, let's see. Right, we're full. 1, 2, 3. So that was 12 shots right there. 12 shots to get from unpumped to, or from fully pumped to slightly not fully pumped. So you get about 12 shots, and it takes about 3 to pump it back up. Well, actually, it only takes 1. So 12 shots, pump once, 12 shots, pump once. That's going to be the most efficient rotation to keep your gun useful. And now we should get that 50k creds and move on to the next tier of this. This is super cool, though. It is interesting that their levels go up, though, especially since, like, I don't know what factor that plays, because you don't actually have, like, mods or anything you can use to, you know, increase your level in any way.
Ordis has received messages for the operator.
We got our Redeemer Abysso skin, and hopefully our 50k creds as well. I'm sure that that will have already been added to our total. I wasn't keeping track of where we were at, but it probably was. So the next one is 50k creds and Hydroid's relay scene. Now it does say 25 out of 50, so I'm not sure if we need to get 50 kills in this one instance or if we just need 50 total. Let's go ahead and try it out again and see what happens. It's probably 50 total, but I can't say for sure, so we'll just try to rush and get 50 if we can. We do know the most efficient firing pattern now, which is 12 shots and then 1 pump. So basically, we're just going to shoot until we see the little blue line disappear, and then we will pump and then shoot some more. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but I think you only need 1 pump to make the weapon good again. Oh, wow. Okay. So that happened a little too quickly for what I was expecting. Okay. Oof. Yeah, so I'm not sure that's actually working the way that I think it is. I think it may just be more efficient to pump the entire time you're moving and not in combat with someone. Although that does slow down your movement. Can you pump while you can pump while you bullet jump though? So pumping while you bullet jump may be the best solution here. Because you seem to kill stuff relatively quickly. You can do 1 pump in midair while you're bullet jumping. Oh, and I went down there again. Once again, not super worried about dying. It doesn't really affect our timeline too badly. It might actually add up over time, though, especially with the enemies becoming higher level. And taking a little bit longer to kill, perhaps. That might actually be the trick. Okay, down. Oh, and I'm down again. Yeah, so we're dying a lot more this time around, and I think it's because the enemies are higher level. Which means that the further you go in this, the more grindy it's going to kind of become. So keep that in mind. Perhaps try to play a little more safe and efficient with your combat here. Don't forget that rolling will actually reduce incoming damage by a considerable amount. Okay, so I'm going to roll here because my health's a little bit low. And I believe you can pump while you roll. No, you can't. You can pump while you bullet jump, but you cannot pump while you roll. And there does seem to be a max range even when you're pumped. Or something, because I'm pretty sure we were dead on that guy and we were not hitting him at all. Or maybe there's just drop. I think there's just drop. So you have to account for the drop and aim kind of high. Yeah, that's what it is. So aim kind of high, guys, because it will drop a little bit. We're at 11, and we're about halfway there, so that's not great. Alright. We're gonna have to pick up our pacing here a little bit. That guy's dead. We're taking a little bit of damage. We're gonna roll away and pump. Okay, so there I aimed too high, it seems. I don't know, it's very finicky as far as the weapon goes. Okay, you're dead. I still think maybe the correct answer is to just blitz people when you have a full water thing. But you do have to mind your health there, because we were right on him, and you could see he wasn't even really taking damage there, and I'm not sure why. It would be a real shame if we had to do each of these twice just to reach the 25. Okay, dead. Not dead? Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the mechanics of this, and it's really, really funky. Okay, he's dead. So I wonder if what I'm doing differently that's costing us is I'm not, like, sliding up to people like I was last time. Because sliding does really close the distance quickly. Pump it up a little bit. Okay, finally got that guy. That was nuts, and I'm guessing it was just because we weren't fully pumped. Okay, that guy's gone, fully pumped. Where's the next guy? Right here. Alright, he's gone. We're at 18. It's entirely possible that we could reach 25 by the end of this. I'm frantically trying, guys. We need 6 more. Sorry, my hand slid off the mouse, so I had to reposition. Okay. It's another one. Oh, come on. How'd I go down so easily there? What sucks is when you die, it does spawn you, like, away from the enemies. And that's the biggest killer of your time right there, I think. So yeah, definitely avoid dying if you can. As this goes up in difficulty, it seems that that does have more of an impact on your overall capability of finishing in the time limit. Okay, we need 3 more, or 2 more. Come on, game, give me 2 more. Like, how did we not... Okay, that's starting to get to me. How did we not hit that enemy right there? We were right on them, and we didn't hit them at all. Come on. Alright, 1 more. 12 seconds, we need 1 more, or we have to do this again. There we go. Alright, cool. So it does seem to get more difficult as you go along, probably because the enemy's health goes up slightly. Either way, we got 25 on our first attempt there, which is really, really solid. Let's see how the next round goes. Also, I'm curious whether or not that'll count. We may need 50 to complete this one, and it may not keep the... It kept the 25 from the last one, though, so... I don't know. I like how she asks, why has nobody died? Because we're using water guns, lady. This was your idea. Come on. Progress and rewards. We got 20 Nekak pearls. I'm not sure what that's for. I'm gonna actually look that up real quick, guys, so don't mind me. Let's see what... Warframe... Nekak pearls. Where do we turn these in? They've got to be for something. Okay, yeah, it's a currency for the Dog Days event. Mission 1 rewards 10 pearls. Changeable prizes include mods, roller floofs, and a unique color picker extension. Oh, there's a color palette for this, so that's great. There are some mods that you can get for this. There are some different floofs. There's a sigil. And there is a scene that is obtainable. So I'm guessing you can keep playing this even after you've completed it to get more of the pearls, but I'm not sure where you go to spend them.
Messages have arrived in your inbox.
Oh yeah, so we got Hydroid scene there. An exchange with Nekak and Cetus. Okay, so you go to a vendor in Cetus to turn these in. Did that give us... So that did give us completion for the second one. So for the third one, we need 100 though, which means we have to do it at least twice. But we will get a Hydroid Noggle for that one. And then our Orokin Reactor is just below that. So instead of just doing another round, I'm actually going to run over to Cetus real quick and see if we can find Nekak and talk to them and see what we can get with our pearls. Then we'll probably go back and do another one of those. That is a super fun event. Like, maybe I'm just being nostalgic because I'm old and it reminds me of water gun fights with Super Soakers, but that is a super fun event. I bet you we can fast travel to him too. Let's see. Yep, Nekak. Here we go. Beach toys. Okay, so we can get the beach color palette for 70 Nekak pearls. We get the Dog Days emblem for 105. Electromagnetic shield for the Ak and Brunt. Seems interesting, but I don't use that weapon. Don't use the Jack Kitag. This is for any sniper. Harkonar scope, plus 12-second combo duration when aiming. That could actually be useful. Nightwatch Napalm for the Ogress. Rockets disperse Napalm, inflicting 30% damage over 6 seconds. I haven't really used the Ogress, so I can't comment on that one too much. Twin Basulk. The Ripkas are also a weapon I'm not very familiar with. The Dragoon is an interesting weapon. Flak now bounces up to 4 times and travels 60% faster. That's kind of cool. The Sobek is another one I'm a little bit more experienced with. Yeah, that's an interesting mod. Medi-Ray. Sentinels will occasionally heal its owner, restoring 12% health over 4 seconds. That could be kind of useful. And then you've got these floofs here, and another sigil, and the actual Dog Days scene. This just seems really cool to me. It's 700 Nekak pearls. Really, DE? Wow. So if you guys want to farm this full-time and no-life it, you can get a really cool Captura scene, which is kind of sad, because this, to me, is probably the best reward. The color palette and the actual scene are the best rewards available for the event, as far as I can see. Like, don't get me wrong, the roller floofs are kind of cute, but the Dog Day scene is very unique, something you're probably not going to get anything like otherwise. And 700 Nekak pearls is crazy when you're getting 10 per mission. Let me see, though. I might be wrong there. Okay, that makes a little more sense. So that second mission rewarded 20 pearls. But if you get all the way to the 4th mission and you just win it, like you don't have to have a certain point score or anything, you get 50 pearls. So basically, let's see. I'm kind of bad at math. Give me a second, guys. We're going to check this out. So 700 divided by 50. You would have to do the level 4 mission 14 times in order to get enough to buy that scene. That being said, I will probably do that. I probably will. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. So let's check out mission 3 and see if it gets significantly harder, because that's another thing we haven't considered, is if mission 4 is really, really hard, you may actually have to do it more than 14 times, like if you can't win it. Okay, so I'm just going to pump a whole bunch before we even encounter anyone, because I don't know if you can store up additional charges over that blue line being filled or not, but we're going to find out. It took significantly more hits to put that guy down, I feel like, than it did in previous ones, and it does look like headshots grant an extra bit of damage. I'm going to slide away here and pump up again. My health is real low. I was being shot from behind there by somebody else, though. So I'm just going to roll a little bit and get some distance and pick somebody off. This is actually kind of efficient right here, just getting distance, pumping to full, and then picking people off from a distance. We're not going to be able to finish them without pumping. Okay. So this is, I think, more efficient than it has been right here. So just pumping and then using our slide to create distance instead of to close distance seems like a better plan. Okay. I was worried we weren't actually going to finish killing them there and they were going to get away. It's actually more troublesome in my opinion and experience to have to re-find them after you die, though. So it makes it worth it to... Oh, and we're totally out. Okay, we're out and we're unarmed. We need more water. Scooping water. Pumpy, pumpy, pump. That's kind of interesting. If you get them to go around a rock face like that, they kind of bundle up, which does make it easier to kill them all. So if you can get a couple of them following you and then lead them around like a rock face or something, you can just hug the rock face and wait for them, and you can take them all out kind of easily. Like, watch this. Come on. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Next one? No? Oh, I got wrecked because I got too close there. But yeah, it does look like you can kind of kite them around a rock face to bundle them all up and then take them out a little bit faster. We're about halfway there. We almost have 10 kills. That is on point for what we're trying to do. It does mean that we're probably not going to use that rock kiting thing to get them to bundle up like that, because it didn't work as efficiently as I would have liked. Like, it didn't save us that much time. Hi. Get wrecked. I wonder if we can just snipe people from up here. Okay, I don't know about sniping, but we can definitely find people from up there. Oh, and get wrecked. Okay, so it is more difficult this time, I feel like, than last time, but I felt like that on the Tier 2 mission as well. So maybe it's not, and I'm just perceiving it that way. When they're close, it feels like it's better not to scope. It's better to scope when you're, like, kiting them from a distance, but when you're up close with them, it feels like it's better not to scope. Okay. Pump some more. We're at 13. Where are you guys at? Okay. Pump some more. I mean, it may actually be worth closing with them while you have health and then creating distance when you need to heal back up. Oh, and I'm dead again. Okay. Well, I don't know if we're actually going to make it to the 25 here this time. However, what's interesting is that this time, because of the way that this is laid out, we have to do it at least twice. So even if we don't make it to 25 this time, like if we get close, like if we got 20 and then we were able to get 30 the next time, that would probably still make it 2 tries to get to the final level. And I think getting to the final level is the real, like, game here, because if you get to the final level, you get more rewards. And it's more efficient to just grind this. So that's the real goal, is to get through this as quickly as possible so that you can grind the higher level version and get better rewards. Okay. It also seems like the larger enemies are a lot easier to kill because they are easier to hit. And this gun is not the most accurate thing ever created. Okay, there's that. killed him at the same time I went down. We have 30 seconds and we've only got 19. I think it's highly unlikely here that we're going to get 25. Now, if you have better aim than me and you just have a better feel for this mode, you might actually get your 25 a lot easier than I did. Like, yeah, see, I just ran out of ammo there. Didn't get that kill because of the ammo. Okay. Okay. Watch your damage indicators too, because that's going to tell you where your next target is at. Alright, it's over. We got to 22. We were 3 shy, which means that if we're able to get like 28 next time, we'll be okay. That'll take us to the 50, and we won't have to do it again. 4 deaths that time, though. That was more deaths than normal. And if we check, we should have gotten, I want to say, 30 Nikak pearls from that? Yeah, there we go. So even grinding your way up, I think grinding your way up, you'll automatically get enough of the pearls to pick up the color palette, which is good. But I think once you do that, you'll probably just have to grind the 4th one a whole bunch in order to get access to the actual scene if you want to get that. So if it's 14 and they run for 5 minutes, that's a pretty decent amount of time. It's actually just under an hour, but that's if you don't count like transition time and stuff like that. So probably an hour of grinding this straight, and that's if you're really, really efficient and you ensure that you win every single round. Not only win it, but also get the required number of kills to move on to the next round. Because right here, if we don't get 28, we're going to get stuck doing this tier again. And that's not good. Like, we don't want to do that. So I'm just kind of creating distance here so that my health can recharge, because it's actually not worth dying to get a few more kills. But if I can safely kill someone, I will. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. So I'm going to play the long game here and just let that enemy get kind of away with a little bit of health left, just because I don't want to chase and get killed. And it's not like they're going anywhere. We're going to have the chance to kill them later anyway. Okay, there we go. We got that kill. Going to keep rolling. And as I get some distance, I'll go ahead and pump, then grab some more water. Oh, and I got wrecked there. Turning into a group of 3 of them was a mistake. But we're at 5 kills so far. I don't know how that compares to how we were doing last time, especially when you consider the time aspect of it. Okay, that was good. The best thing we can do, like the best kills seem to come when they're running straight at us, because we can just wing them from real far away, and it's not difficult to hit them. It's when they're running at an angle from us that it's difficult to hit them, because we have to predict their movement. And that ends up not working out very well. A little too close for comfort there. Was feeling the pain of being shot by this guy from the other side. So I wanted to create some separation. Seems good. Yeah, see, like right there, I'm trying to predict his movement and get some shots in, and it's doing virtually nothing. Gonna get some more water here because we're running low. Now, when this guy's running straight at us, it's a little bit easier. Yeah, I died there, but I died there knowing that I was gonna get that other kill, and that I had just killed someone right before it, so it's fine. Over here is where I think all the enemies are at. So this guy is currently running straight at us, which makes him perfect to kill. Same with him. He was close enough that it wasn't much of an issue to take him out. And now we just need to look around for more enemies. And it looks like if you're ever short on enemies, you can just look behind you, because they tend to spawn in there. I'm gonna move now because I'm very close to dying, and it's not worth having to reset again. Especially not when moving away will cause them to run at me like that, where I can kind of get some more shots in. I do think that it is inefficient to continue firing when you're out of water, though. I think the main thing, or when you're out of pressure. Like, I think really the rule of thumb is if you're out of pressure, just move forward, get yourself some distance, repressurize. There we go. It's always weird because you, like, seem to run out of pressure right before they die, which is really obnoxious, because you're like, oh, I just need one more hit. Just one more, and then you don't get that hit because you're out of pressure, and then if there's a couple of them there, you just die. See, like right there, I shouldn't have stayed. I stayed because I just needed that one more hit. but I was totally out of pressure. Okay. It's another guy down. We're at 18. We have 1 minute to get 10 more. That's not a lot of time. And I was coming over here because I know I died over here, which means that there are enemies over here. Okay, dead. Let's get this water here just because we can, and we'll repump for a moment. And then try to kill this side strafing one, even though that is bad news. Yeah, we're out. We're out. We're way too close to death here. We gotta move. Dying is absolutely not worth it. Okay. 21. I highly doubt that we're making it to 28. So we will likely have to do this another time. I would settle for 25 at this point. Like, that's actually my goal, because if I can get 25, that means that 25 in one run is pretty doable. You just have to not be a spaz like I am, and not keep shooting when you have no pressure left, because that is not doing anything for me. Oh my gosh. I rolled at the last second, still died. So 23. So it seems like it's pretty reasonable to get around 22, 23. We will have to do this one more time, which is unfortunate. Unless this counts. Ah, no. Can't blame me for trying, guys. Can't blame me for trying. Figured I'll get one more right here. It'll be fine. So we will have to do this a third time, but we should have enough Nakak pearls right now to go ahead and get the color palette if we want. And then the next one would probably give us enough. Well, the next one will get us into this, then we get the Orokin reactor. I'm wondering if this one's gonna go up to 200. I bet you it does. I bet you the fourth one is 200. But the Captura scene is probably worth the farm, in my opinion. That just depends on whether or not you like to do Captura stuff. I think Captura is one of the coolest aspects of Warframe. Like, it's that thing that no other game I've played really does. Like, other games have screenshot modes or cinematic modes, but they don't have cinematic modes on that level where you can just, like, actually pause time and, like, set up a sequence and then record it. It's very, very cool. Captura is a neat tool. And it's kind of funny, too, because... Oh, wow. I got wrecked early there. It's kind of funny, too, because I feel like the thing about Captura is that it was... I get the sense that it was created by the company to use as a tool for creating their own cinematics for, like, press releases and stuff like that. And then they just kind of released it to the public, which is nice. Like, I think that's a cool idea. It's a good way for them to sort of repurpose development time that they put into marketing as something that can be a gameplay feature for the players. So yeah, I'm a nerd for Captura, in case anyone wasn't sure. I do post Captura pictures from time to time. I haven't been able to spend too much time in it lately, though. So I think we've already gotten enough to finish this now. Like, if we wanted to, we could just run around in circles and kill time until it ends. But why not have a little fun? You see that? Like, I'm dead on them there and it doesn't do damage. I feel like it's just not worth it to come at them from, like, a side angle. You really just want them to be coming at you head on if you're trying to hit them. If they're coming at you head on, it's really easy to kill them. If they're moving at a side angle, you should just back off and re-engage. And if there's 3 of them at once, you should back off and re-engage. Only go after the front guy if there's 3 of them at once, not the back guy like I did there. You can lead it a little bit, but it's not super efficient. See, like, I was trying to lead the shot there and we just got nothing. We got nothing in exchange for that lead. Now, on the other hand, if we pull back here and we get the... Oh, those ones jump. That's annoying. So if we pull back here and we get them to kind of follow us in a straight line, then it becomes very, very easy to kill them. Yeah, see, very, very easy to kill them that way. Okay, I was running into a rock. So we're at 13 now, and I think we're actually doing way better than the last couple times as far as understanding the mechanics behind this. although I am still making mistakes right there by not backing off to pump some more. It's really not that much of a time sink to just not finish them. I think the biggest trick there is you just need to stop having the mindset of like, I just need to go for that kill. Like, just back off, get them to chase you, run out of water, be really disappointed that you had 3 of them lined up and could have killed them all, but you ran out of water. Kill that one instead. And once again, we're just gonna kite them back and forth, get them to follow us in a straight path so that they're easy to pick off. And here I should have stopped shooting a long time ago. It's whenever they get close enough to you that they start to circle you, and that's when you're in trouble. Like, you don't want them circling, you want them running straight at you, because if they're running straight at you, then they're easy targets to hit. Okay, we're at 17 with a minute and something left. Seems good. Let's pump it up, and then draw them in. Come on, you guys can do it. And pump, 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 and finish. Okay. Wow, went down again. We are at 19 though, which means that we're getting close to that 25 mark, the magic mark that you want to hit each and every time. If we can get 25 here, that'll make me really, really happy. That being said though, I am going to keep using this strategy of kind of kiting them so that they straight follow us, because whenever they straight follow us, it works out real, real well for our kill speed. Okay, so we're at 21 right now. We have 30 seconds left. If we can just find some enemies to make straight follow us, we've got this. That's another one. 22. $23. 24. One more. Oh, don't die, don't die. So close to 25 right there, guys. It does seem like that's the best strategy, though. If you just kite them around, like if I died one less time there, we would have got that. So if you just kite them around and then, like, walk backwards from them so that they're running straight towards you, that's the easiest way to kill them with this. Not bad, 24 and 4. That'll get us on to the very final one so we can see how much it is, and then I'll probably call the episode there. I guess surprise to me, because I thought we were going to be doing something else today.
Messages have arrived in your inbox.
Hey, we got the Hydroid Reprise. I love the Noggles, guys. I'm such a Noggle nerd. Oh, I don't think I have very many Noggles on this account, though. Do I? Let's see. I'm actually curious how many Noggles I have. Because I was doing the go to all the streams thing for a bit. Yeah, it looks like I don't have very many Noggles at all. I just have the Hydroid Reprise. Oh no, that means I gotta do this on my main account too. Okay, well there is that. Ha. Okay, that's actually really off and not correctly placed at all. There, that's what we want. Look at that. How cool is that? Hydroid Noggle to help us when we head off to the star map. I love it. So let's take a look at what the final one is real quick, other than being worth an Orokin reactor, which makes it in and of itself worth doing. Yeah, it's another 100 of them, which is fine because you're going to be grinding this one quite a bit anyway to get the number of points you need in order to pick up the Captura scene, if that's what you're into. Even if you're not into the Captura scene, you can use this to acquire all of those mods that are available too. If you're just looking at that kind of progression, just a mod progression, that's still a really good way to progress those and get those mods really quickly. Because from my understanding, those mods typically drop from that boss who's located in Sedna, which you probably won't have access to as a new player. So you can pick these up very, very early by doing that. Mediray actually seems really useful as a new player, in my honest opinion. Okay, so we can get the beach palette now. And after the beach palette, we have how much left? 60. So we only have to do 13 runs through the final one. But there we go. Now we have the beach palette. We can go make Beach Vauban if we want. You guys want to make Beach Vauban real quick? See what Vauban looks like in that very nice teal color? That bright, beautiful gold in that teal? Let's go Vauban out real quick. Make him a beach boy. Let's see. Primary colors. Show me the beach palette. So this is the beach palette. Actually, this is kind of nice. It's got a nice range of like subtle whites that you can use to get a sort of different tonation. There's some nice subtle blues here. I actually kind of like that. That looks cool. And then there's some really, really teals. I don't think that I would want to use those hyper teals, but I do like that color, for example. I think that's pretty nice. And then we could come in here and maybe go for... What else could we add in to make Vauban kind of nifty? The darker teal right there is actually pretty okay. And then the tertiary color... I guess we could go with one of the yellows. I wasn't super fond of the idea of going with the yellows, but I think it actually kind of works. Yeah, there we go. We've got Beach Bum Vauban, guys. Got his yellow and blue suit on. He's ready to go. I know that's pretty basic right there. Like, we're not doing anything super great with it. I don't know if we even have any attachments or anything. I don't really have any cool appearance stuff on this account, unfortunately. But we'll get there. I do like the... Look at those boots, though, guys. Those boots look great with that dark teal on them. I really like the boots. The helmet looks alright, too, but I think the boots look the best out of this overall outfit. Anyways, so there you go. You can get yourself a beach color palette by doing the event. Don't forget, if you're interested in doing Tennocon, make sure to pick up your ticket today so you can start getting your Tennocon Relay stuff immediately. And then once this Tennocon Relay closes, remember that you can continue to grind up ducats for when it reopens during the actual Tennocon in August. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!